Hello, and welcome back to my channel. New here, I post videos all about health, nutrition, fitness, lifestyle, as well as commentary. Today's video is actually going to be a follow-up on a video I made, I think about a year ago. It's been quite a while, but I posted a video all about the keto diet and why I do not support the keto diet and why it's bad for you. I'll link it down below if you'd like to, get a more detailed view on my thoughts on the keto diet. But I studied nutrition at San Jose State University. I received a degree in nutritional science back in 2018, and nutrition is something that I am really passionate about, so I love to share my opinion and thoughts on nutrition-based subjects. I'm sure you guys have heard this, it might be unnecessary to discuss, but I'd like to throw it into the beginning of the video, and that is this idea of calories in and calories out. So calories in and calories out is the idea that in order to lose weight, you simply have to be eating less calories than you're burning each day. And that is a scientific fact, or as close as you can get to a scientific fact these days. It's been proven, and it is logical, that whatever you're burning each day in order to lose weight, you need to be consuming less than what you burn. So when we apply this to diets and losing weight in general, any diet that you do is working because you are eating less calories than you are burning each day. And, that is the same as if you were doing the keto diet and you're losing weight, or if you were intermittent fasting and you're losing weight. All of these things work because you're eating less calories than you are burning each day. Yay! So simple, so easy. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, remind you guys of that. Let's get into it. So comment down below what diet you think I'm about to recommend before you watch the rest of the video. I'll wait. Are you done? Okay, so low-fat diet. That is what I would recommend. The low-fat diet is great alternative to the keto diet. And how do you do the low-fat diet, you might ask? It's pretty simple, actually. So stop eating red meats, stop eating cheese, pork, creams, and sauces. And I promise you, you will lose weight just as fast as you lose weight on the keto diet. Instead, choose to eat mostly plant-based foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and have a moderate amount of lean proteins like, chicken, fish. And this will help you to control your fat, your cholesterol, your carbs, and your overall calories that you're eating each day. And just mainly focus on fibrous foods. You want to eat foods with a lot of fiber in them. Fruits and vegetables are really great examples of that, as well as whole grains. And that's because when you eat fibrous foods, they tend to, and a lot of them, they're always, lower in calorie, much lower in fat, and they take up a lot of space in your stomach. They make you feel full, and they also help to regulate your bowel movements. And this might sound funny, but if you're pooping a lot, you are not going to be able to put on a lot of weight because you will be pushing all of those calories out. As gross as it is, it's a fact. So to make it easy for you, if you want to do the low-fat diet, I have some tips for you. I have some tips for when you're cooking and some tips for when you're eating out. So stay tuned for the second one. To start, 5 tips for cooking a low-fat diet meal. Number 1, trim all the visible fat off of your poultry. This is a super easy thing to do. I'm sure if you've ever cooked chicken, you notice that there can be fat on it. And it's really easy to just cut that off and lower the amount of fat that you're eating each day. Number 2, refrigerate your soups, gravies, stews, and when you go to take them out to reheat them, there will usually be a hardened level of fat on top. Remove that before reheating them. Number 3, choose to bake, broil, or grill your meats on a rack in which the fat can drip off of the meat, and that'll lower the amount of, fat you're eating when you eat these meats. Also, don't eat fried foods. That's just a good standard for the low-fat diet. That's some unnecessary fat that you don't need in your diet. Number 4, choose to sprinkle lemon juice, lime juice, herbs, and spices on your vegetables when you cook them instead of using cheese, butter, or cream sauces. And the final tip, try plain or non-fat or low-fat yogurt and chives on your baked potatoes rather than sour cream. Even reduced fat sour cream tends to have a lot of fat on it, so you should really limit your use of that. All right, so here are some tips for when you're eating out. Again, I'd like to reiterate, don't eat fried foods. Choose to eat simply prepared foods such as broiled, roasted, or baked fish or chicken. Avoid fried or sauteed foods, casseroles, and anything with heavy sauce or gravies. Maybe ask for the sauces on the side. You should try to ask your waiter before ordering something. Ask that your food is cooked without any added butter, margarine, gravy, or sauce. If you're ordering a salad, always choose a low-fat dressing and put it on the side. Also, select fruit, angel food cake, non-fat frozen yogurt, sherbet, or sorbet for dessert, rather than a heavy ice cream. All right, so I'm sorry if the camera angle changed or the lighting changed at all. My camera sadly died and I had to wait a couple of hours for it to load, so it's a bit later in the night, if you can't tell. The last thing I wanted to touch on, I mentioned this briefly at the beginning of the video. I have a video entirely addressing why keto sucks, why I don't recommend it to anyone IRL or online, and I'll have that linked below. Be sure to check it out if you're interested in a more in-depth point of view. But I have a few reasons I'd like to share on why keto sucks. Number 1 being because you aren't allowed to eat any carbs, meaning no fruit, vegetables, or grains. I feel like many people don't know that fruits and vegetables are considered carbs to start, and that's another problem with this diet. Most people who are on this diet are not actually in a keto or ketosis state. To be in that state, you cannot eat a single carb, not one, and it takes multiple weeks to achieve ketosis. So that brings me to number 2. Ketosis is insanely difficult to reach and maintain. It's nearly impossible. Again, if you eat a single carb, you are no longer in a ketosis state. Eating a diet high in fat is horrible for you long term. It's terrible for your heart and your health as a whole. It can lead to heart disease, stroke, and potentially death if unchecked. Many keto branded foods are highly processed and carcinogenic or cancer causing. And not to mention, they usually have a ton of sugar, which sugar can lead to diabetes. So there's just many things wrong with any processed foods in general, but I really have an itch to scratch with, keto branded processed foods you see these days. Number 5, most people who lose weight on keto gain it all back the moment they reintroduce carbs into their diet. And that's because, as soon as you reintroduce your body's preferred energy source, it's been in this state of having to use fat for energy, and it's forced to do something that it doesn't want to do. So as soon as you reintroduce carbs, it's going to hold onto those, and that's exactly what happens. It stores them. It goes store in case they starve me again. Oh, I can't handle it if my body or if my person starves the body. So you store all these carbs and you gain all the weight back and probably more. And the final reason why I don't recommend keto is because the only way to do a healthy keto would be to eat unsaturated fats, a diet heavy in unsaturated fats and no carbs. That means no cheese, no bacon, no beef, no pork, and prove me wrong, but that's the reason everybody wants to do this diet, is because they're told they can eat these things. And the fact is that's not healthy, and you can't eat those things and be healthy. Okay, well, deep sigh for the anger that this diet brings me. I hope that was a bit more composed, and I hope that you enjoyed that I was able to provide an alternative diet that is way better for you. Please let me know if you've tried a low-fat diet, if you would recommend the same thing if you're in the nutrition or fitness field. Just let me know anything you have to share down below. I look forward to hearing from you. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the big red subscribe button down below and give me a thumbs up. And I'll catch you in the next one. You're beautiful and I love you. Bye!